Hi, this is Coach David Halal. This video is about reinventing yourself. Let me read a quote, one of the most famous quote that Jesus, the prophet, the Messiah, spoke to a young man or to a man named Nicodemus. Nicodemus. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. This man came to Jesus by night and said to him, Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher come from God. For no one can do these signs that you do unless God is with him. Jesus answered to him and said, to him, most assuredly I say to you, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Now, a lot of people have used this, myself as a preacher, use it to preach and to talk about different things. But reason why I read this part of the verse, or these three verses in the Bible, it's because a lot of times we human beings, people that love God or people that don't believe in God or whoever you are, it really doesn't matter, because truth is truth. One of the most important things that you have, and one of the most important privilege that you have, is the ability to reinvent yourself, to recreate who you are. We've been around for a long time, some of us, 1 day old, some of us 100 years old, thousands and thousands of days, being here on earth. And a lot of times we are stuck because it's not because we don't know who we are, but we're trying to recreate who we are. So life is about recreating who you are, reinventing who you are. Yes, I can find myself, but after I find myself, if I don't like what I find, or if I see that I can be more than who I am, then I need to be able to recreate myself. So the ability and the privilege, the blessing, the favor, I don't know how you want to call it, but the opportunity to be able to recreate oneself is the greatest gift. Because no matter who you are, where you come from, whether you were black, white, Latino, Latina, Spanish, Asian, wherever you're from on earth, you have the privilege, the ability in any country where you live, America or not, you can still recreate yourself, reinvent yourself. So when Jesus spoke to this man and he says to him, unless one is born again, that means unless you reinvent or you recreate yourself, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. Not heaven, not going to heaven the religious sense, but you cannot enter the kingdom where the blessings, where the favors, where your money, where your houses, where your health, where your wealth is. Do you understand? So, to be born again, or to reinvent yourself, or to recreate yourself, is the greatest joy. So, I don't want to make this video long at all, but I want you to know, you have the ability, the power, the opportunity, the chance to reinvent, recreate who you are. We have two problems, two things that stops us from recreating who we are. The first one is ourselves. Most of us are not willing to change. In fact, over 97% of people, in every 100 people, 97 of them are unwilling to change. And that makes those 97% the bottom, or that puts them, or that puts people that are in the 97 percentile at the bottom of the barrel. So you must be willing to change. How do you change? Not only you change what you look like if you want, but you can also change your circumstances, your environment, your friends, you know, your lovers, your wife, your husband. You can change because you have the power. You are free to do so as long as you don't hurt people. But most of us, we are unwilling to change us first. Unless you change, you cannot change your situation. Unless you change, you cannot change your environment. So the first thing you need is to be able to change. You must change. And the second thing that stops us from changing are people around us. The people that knew us way back when. They can't believe you change. Oh, he's changing. Everything changes. The one thing that's constant in the world is change. Change is always going. Everything changes. Cars changes. The cells are changing. The universe is changing. Everything is changing. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to reinvent yourself, and are you willing to recreate yourself? Do so, and you have everything that you'll ever want in the power of your hands. Reinvent yourself, my friends. Recreate yourself, born again. That is your right, and enter the kingdom of blessings. This is Coach David Yeshua Halal, fearlessly and passionately pursuing his call and his destiny. Don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Remember, reinvent yourself is the greatest opportunity that you have. And you've been around for a long time. Change, recreate, reinvent, born again. See you later. Bye-bye.